Hi everyone. In this video, I will be offering a quick demo of CopperEgg. CopperEgg is a SaaS-based performance monitoring service that is used by IT managers and DevOps engineers to monitor their infrastructure. CopperEgg supports monitoring servers, AWS and Azure cloud assets, websites, databases, and applications. Server monitoring. Let's look at servers first. You need to install the CopperEgg monitoring agent on the server to be monitored. We support these operating systems: Linux, Windows, Mac OS X and FreeBSD. You can install the agent manually on the server, or you can automate the installation process using Chef, Puppet or other scripts. The server can be a physical machine or a virtual machine, like an EC2 instance, in your cloud. Once the agent is installed, you will see a widget for the server pop up in your server dashboard. You can click on details and view charts for all server metrics like CPU, network, memory, etc. You can also drill down and see the breakdown of CPU and memory by processes. While monitoring servers, users typically create alerts for high CPU, high memory, missing processes, high load and disk being full scenarios. Cloud monitoring. CopperEgg also allows you to monitor AWS and Azure assets. This is agentless monitoring. You need to provide access to the AWS CloudWatch API or the Azure Monitoring API. CopperEgg will fetch monitoring data for all assets from AWS or Azure and display them here in your CopperEgg dashboard. For instance, here you can see the performance data for an EC2 instance fetched via CloudWatch API. With AWS monitoring of an EC2 server, you will not get detailed breakdown of memory and CPU by processes. If more granular monitoring is required, you can opt for agent-based server monitoring. Website monitoring. You can use probes for monitoring websites and APIs. While configuring a new probe, you can select a website URL, or REST APIs that are exposed by your server. You can configure the credentials, the monitoring frequency and the set of probe stations. You can also do response validation using regular expressions. There is no agent required here. At the configured monitoring frequency, the probe stations will ping the URLs and measure the response time. Once you have created a probe, you will get a widget like this. You can view the response time for the probe. You can also dive in deeper and get the response time breakdown from each probe station. Users typically create alerts when the website is down, the response time is high, or the response validation fails. Database monitoring. CopperEgg supports monitoring MySQL, Oracle, Redis, MongoDB, Memcached, CouchDB, Postgres, Cassandra, SQL Server, and SQL Azure. Users typically create alerts for number of open queries, slow queries, number of thread connections, and number of concurrent sessions running in the database. Application monitoring. Users can also define their own custom metric groups for application monitoring. A metric group is a collection of numeric metrics. Users can upload data into these metric groups using any programming language. As part of your application code, you can add programming instructions that periodically push the metrics that you want to monitor into these metric groups. These metrics will be plotted as charts in your CopperEgg dashboard, and you can also create meaningful alerts on top of these metrics. Users typically use custom metrics alerts for monitoring queue sizes, transaction failures and application errors. Alert configuration. CopperEgg allows you to create alerts on any metric that is being monitored. For instance, you can choose system CPU as the metric for servers. You can configure the alerting condition. You can select matching and excluding tags to filter the set of servers against which this alert should be applied. You can also select the notification profile for your alert. CopperEgg supports a wide variety of alert notifications including email, SMS, PagerDuty, Twitter, HipChat, Slack, and OpsGenie. You can also create custom webhooks which will trigger custom APIs in your infrastructure. such as auto-recovery processes. We hope this quick demo of CopperEgg was useful. If you are interested, you can sign up for a 14-day free trial of CopperEgg by visiting CopperEgg.com and clicking on the Sign Up Free Trial button. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good day.